Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of The Aftermath. My name is Ian, and as always, I'm joined by Dylan. And we are treading new ground here.
Yeah.
We are breaking what I would say is a core rule of the Aftermath podcast. I am a huge fan of Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. Those are like two things that I think are pinnacles of what I would say are like my fandoms that I know far too much about. So I promised way back once upon a time when we talked about doing this show, the whole premise of this show a lot of times is to watch TV shows and movies and things of that nature that someone in the room hasn't seen very much before.
Right.
So that was an interesting conversation. A
The
lot of times,
scales of experience were tipped very heavily to one side.
a lot of times you have seen the movie or you own the movie in some capacity, and obviously we all know the format. We've all been around here. But one thing that I promised myself, and I think the show as a whole and you, I was like, if there's two things that we may touch at one point in the future, but not right now.
Right, with a 10-foot pole.
Yes, it was Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. Because again, yes, I know far too much about it, and I feel like I felt like once upon a time I wouldn't give it justice, or I would yap for too long because I know
it's prime yap real estate.
Exactly. But I think we've done things well, like we've done Gurren Lagann and things like that, which I think is. And it's, from what I've heard of the audience, they also feel that way as well. And I'm not saying that's what this is going to be, but this is our first tiptoe into the Star Wars universe. And I just want to say that here at the top. I'm going to name it as it is. This is the first time we're talking about that. I'm not going to go too much in the details of the Star Wars lore of it all. Maybe at some point.
It's fucking Star Wars, you know.
Exactly. Right. But I started, by the way, we're watching the first season of Andor.
Schmandor.
I watched the first 6 episodes of the first season. Gosh, it's probably been over a year now at this point.
Yeah. A while ago.
Yes. And I watched it on my own, and I was really falling in love with this show. Almost so much that I was like, I want to share this with somebody else.
Yeah.
Because I know I want to talk about it.
Right.
Obviously, we have a podcast for this very reason, because a lot of times I finish watching stuff.
Holy shit.
I finished watching something, and I'm like, damn, I want to talk about it. And I was getting halfway through it, and I was getting the itch to talk to you about it. And I was like, I can't be having this.
Scratch.
I can't have this.
Right.
Because I don't want to. So far, I was loving this show very deeply in a very professional way, I think, as far as like how the show is created and the acting and all that stuff. But also as like a fan as well. I'm like, oh man. And I've heard throughout the grapevine that this show is really good. So I was like, okay.
Almost unanimous. Like I haven't heard nearly any bad press.
Right.
Or any negative opinions about it. I'm sure they exist, but
we don't care about them.
Definitely not at the forefront.
Oh, I was kidding about that. If you have bad opinions of the show, your opinion matters.
Right. Every perspective is allowed, even the wrong ones.
Right. So I got about halfway through. So this is not technically new territory for me, but it is for you. Have you seen anything? Have you seen any
aside from like
teasers?
The initial trailer?
Okay.
But beyond that, not much else.
Okay.
It's been a while since I used to be. When I was younger, I was a fucking Star Wars junkie.
Well, same.
Fucking grew up with that shit.
Yeah.
But after a while, I mean, it just...
The modern age...
Aside from the games that I still go back to, Republic Commando, Empire at War, the classics.
Some good shit.
Even the OG Battlefront. Fucking love that.
Oh, wow, it's so good.
But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of tapered off.
Yeah.
Got into other stuff. I mean, I still like Star Wars.
Of course.
But...
There's a bit, I think, of just like with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's a bit of a fatigue, I think, as well.
Oversaturation.
Yes. I think that after the prequels were finished, I think there was a couple of really cool shows that came out. I really enjoyed Rogue One grew on me eventually.
I remember whenever we had first seen it, you didn't You didn't like it quite as much.
I didn't jive with it because I think it was something so new and different.
Mm-hmm.
But I've said the same thing about the prequels,
Right.
about how in hindsight, compared to what we now have, you're like, maybe I was a bit hard on
It was
you.
pretty good.
I was never hard on the prequels, but I know people are. And now people look at the sequel trilogy and they're like, man, you know what? Maybe
Perhaps I judged you too harshly.
Perhaps I judged you too harshly. And I feel like I was the same way. I think that I was going in there wanting something to be more whimsically Star Wars, but Rogue One was its own thing.
Yeah.
And I think it did its own thing well.
Mm-hmm.
I just think I went into it with the wrong mindset. And now that there's like some real hot trash garbage, Star Wars, I'm able to look back a little bit and go, I think I judged Rogue One too harshly. Not directly in comparison, but I think it's given me some time to really sit with it and go, when I really think about it, there was some great things that movie did that I don't think I gave it credit for in the moment. But anyways.
Not to besmirch the good deeds of the Bothan spies, but that's I think that's one retcon that I'd be okay with.
Right.
But, man, seeing that in theaters was something else, man.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
Seeing Star Wars in theaters is a wonderful experience. With the 25th? No, it was the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, yeah.
We saw that in theaters, and oh, man, that was so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was really cool to see that.
Good stuff.
But anyways, as time has progressed, we have gotten some really good sprinklings of Star Wars, some non-canon media, and then some canon media. And now with the whole acquisition from Disney, all I'm saying is I don't blame you. Even I have tapered off a little bit because I'm like, oof.
It just doesn't hit the same.
It just doesn't hit the same.
It's definitely partially rose-tinted glasses, I'm sure. But I don't know. I just haven't had the drive to actively watch anything Star Wars related unless it's like something fan made that I've heard about through the grapevine or
I
don't know. I mean,
I think it also helped. Well, I don't know. It's also difficult because I think some of the real wonderful material in Star Wars, I think personally, this is a personal opinion. You can attack me if you want. I think some of the strongest and best material is in the Clone Wars era. There's a lot to go off of.
Mine.
I think a lot of people really love the clones. I think that there's a lot of media that I think does them well. I think the Clone Wars animated show did a great job with that, and really flushing out Star Wars in an interesting way. So now that we're kind of getting into some more pre-Republic, post or whatever, we're kind of getting to those things where it's not bad. There has been good media made in the past, but they're just, some of it's not really hitting the mark like I think it, like the Clone Wars was doing.
Right. It feels like they've just been throwing a bunch, a lot of stuff at the wall just to see what sticks. And as far as I'm concerned, based on hearsay alone, Andor has been the shining star.
Yes.
As far as the new Star Wars shows go.
Yeah. It really started off with the first season of Mandalorian. They dropped the first season of Mandalorian, and it felt like a breath of fresh air in the Star Wars world, where I was like, now this is Star Wars. And I think season 2 kind of kept that going a little bit as well. But you're right. Andor is now I think Andor, how does the phrase go? Andor can run because Mandalorian walked. So I think they broke ground on that, and and Mandalorian was a really cool thing. And that kind of, I think, paved the way for what now is some really cool stuff happening in Andor. And even in just I didn't get it. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I meant to say this up at the top, but here we are, a few minutes in. Because these episodes are so long, and there's 12 episodes in a season, I was going to try and do these in batches of 2 episodes a piece, because it's kind of
little slices.
I think each one of them are give or take 45 minutes to 50 or ish or so.
Yeah.
And I think us sitting down and trying to commit to almost 3 hours of content.
Right. Anything more than 2 would be stretching it.
Yeah. I feel like we've done this before with a couple parts. So this may be a longer series, and I don't think it's going to be back to back to back. We may try and spread these out across, so just stay tuned.
Smooth as butter.
If anybody likes Andor or likes Star Wars and wants to hear us talk about it, just kind of keep...
You'll get an episode here and there.
Yeah, exactly. We'll sprinkle these in for the next probably 6 weeks or so. And then eventually, hopefully, we can maybe touch on Season 2 if we feel... frisky enough, because I've never seen anything of Season 2.
Oh, really?
I've kept myself I'm trying to keep myself I don't want to hear no spoilers, no nothing. So I really don't know anything about it, and that's also another reason why I kind of wanted to start on this too, because I was like, man, I've heard some great things about Andor, and I feel like I, as a person who has and still does really love Star Wars, I think I'm doing myself a disservice by not watching what people have touted as like really, really good Star Wars right now.
The old college try.
Exactly. And again, for the first 6 episodes, I know that I have fallen in love with it, and now I'm like, I just want to wrangle you in. Yeah. So again, we may, if we want to, like I said, if we're feeling crazy enough, we may try and hit Season 2, and it could be hot garbage. We don't know.
Who knows?
We'll find out. All this and more at 11.
Right.
So, I've yapped enough.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel having watched, or how do you feel from just like the get-go, Episode 1?
As far as establishing the vibe, like generally for the show, would you say it remains consistent as far as like this nitty-gritty, almost detective type feel to it?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, like I said, I've only watched the first 6 episodes, and I think they keep this... all I'm going to say without saying too much is like they keep this back and forth between like
the switching perspectives.
Yeah, they keep this kind of gritty, I don't want to say dirty, like this kind of like underground,
grungy,
seedy, grungy working man's side, and then this kind of like corpo business, clean, put together stuff. And it's like this interesting like dichotomy that I feel like the whole show kind of does a good job of jumping back and forth between, of like you get these kind of different sides of the same coin. And I think it plays so far, just like in the first few episodes, I think it's done that where you're kind of getting these like different personalities.
Kept it pretty well balanced. It didn't feel jarring at all anytime they switched over. But the characters, man, so far are fantastic.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's got everything. It's got most of the hallmarks I'd expect to see from anything like Star Wars related. Yeah, you got big ass goofy aliens. You got fucking droids all over the dang place. Yeah. It's hitting all the boxes.
I love the like especially in the kind of the Andor space, like the Cassian Andor space, where we're in like in this kind of like town of blue collar people, for lack of a better term.
Bootleg Mos Eisley.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The working man's town. Everyone has like this. I love like the touches of color in their clothes. All the stuff around them is all like stone and kind of bland and gray, browns, and all that kind of stuff. But all their like attire is super like nice. It's like it's not vibrant. It's just faded enough to where it's like everyone looks kind of unique and very Star Wars with their attire, but it's like everything feels in universe. Yeah. And I really enjoy that. The kind of the setting can really get you lost in it. But one thing that you will realize, I hope I don't beat this too hard. But the sound design. Oh, yeah. The sound design for this show. Amazing. I've watched a few clips online about how some of the sounds are made. And man, they put some effort into the sounds. And it really shows, I feel like. The blaster sounds, even from like the very beginning, it's like that's a good, that's a Star Wars sound. Because Star Wars, that's what Star Wars is. Besides laser guns and lightsabers and stormtroopers and the Force, it's a bunch of goofy and cool ass sound effects. Yeah. When you really think about it, when you start to think of like some of the coolest parts of Star Wars, you're like, oh, it's because this thing had a cool sound. R2D2 is a little trash can of sounds.
Right. He beeps and he boops.
And he screams. I love him.
You know what else screams? TIE fighters.
100%.
Right. Jesus.
I love it.
Like unforgettable.
Right.
They nailed every possible aspect as far as like being memorable goes.
Yes.
I feel like, because there was nothing else like it.
I watched an Instagram reel a few days ago, and I was just scrolling through, and someone says, one thing that the future has taken away from me that I didn't realize was the fact that things don't make enough weird sounds just because. And he played a few clips from like sci-fi films over like
Right.
like different like computers and things, and he's like, "Where's my sounds? I was promised cool sounds." Yeah. I was like, right.
If you want tech that makes weird sounds, you have to be on the cutting edge.
100%.
That's the only way.
You pull a
Or
lever,
just
it goes,
some fucking niche ass field.
yeah,
It's crazy. It's disgraceful.
yeah, exactly. But yes, I feel like I love the first scene, or I don't say first scene, the first few scenes that happen in this show, the first episode.
Yeah,
it's like where he's our man Andor is like walking down,
trotting down this long ass walkway.
Yeah, which we find out I think is like a causeway of some kind. So it's like a bridge of some kind, and it's lit by all these kind of like angular like street lights, and they're kind of this interesting like blue color. Yeah. Like it's a white color, but it's more in the blue shift. Excuse me.
Dark and stormy night.
And it's a rainy night, and he's walking around. I'm like, oh, what a vibe, dude. And he goes to what's like, I guess like a
brothel,
a gentleman's club, or whatever you want to call it. And he has a little bit of an altercation with some what we now know is like a security force that I think that the Empire
subsidiary
employs.
of the Empire. Yeah.
Oh, and we also learned that as he's walking into this facility, that it is 5 BBY, which this is where, like I said, I promise I'm not going to go too crazy. For anybody who doesn't know.
Just break out the big old timeline.
Yeah. And this is the kind of stuff I was talking about where I feel like I can get into rabbit trails too much. I have to keep myself under control. How Star Wars works is it kind of works like how our timeline does with before and after Christ. Is the timeline goes down BBY until it hits 0, and then it goes up, and it's ABY after the Battle of Yavin, which that is when like that is episode 4, A New Hope, when the Death Star gets destroyed. That's the 0 point. So the timeline goes down. So now we are 5 years away from the first Death Star explosion. Yeah, right. So that puts you in like the frame of reference as to where we are in the Star Wars history in this point in time, which obviously we also know the Andor is in Rogue One, which is how the whole transaction of the Death Star plans happens. I gotta stop. So anyways, he gets into like a bit of a tussle with these security guys. These corpo bozos.
Right. They absolutely love him.
They're just
cannot get enough of him. He's just minding his own business, asking questions around this fucking bar.
Yeah.
Trying to find his sister. And man, it's
they're being really shitty.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it's because he obviously I think he's different, and they're also just trying to. I think they can tell that he's not kind of from around here, kind of thing. I think we learned a little bit later on that like not only were those guys on the job drinking alcohol they shouldn't be drinking while they're on the job, but they're also in like a very expensive brothel that they shouldn't have been in. So it's like I think that we're like led to believe that we're in like a little bit nicer part of town that I guess Cassian is going into in a way.
One that a man of his station would not frequent.
Right. So I think they're picking on him for that reason. And then as there's literally a stick up that takes place, and they're talking about, there's a fine for this,
citing all these rules and regulations as if they weren't breaking them themselves.
And
moments
of course,
ago.
And I love this subtlety of like Cassian knows. He knows the lingo. They're beating the bush. They're playing around. They're like, I hope you didn't park your ship out past the causeway and you walked here.
Like, all right. Look, I got like fucking $300 in my pocket. You want to come get it from me?
Yeah. And of course, he's like, I don't want no funny business. You come over here to me, and you take the credits. I don't want I don't want any kind of accidents.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where the shit hits the fan.
Right.
Bozo number 2 reaches around to the other pocket, and he gets headbutt by Cassian. And of course, there's a little bit of a
tussle.
A tussle with the firearm, with the blaster. And then sure enough,
Bozo number 1.
yeah, dude. Dude, this is such the first time I saw this, I was like, and I've said this enough on the past few episodes, and I promise.
Yeah.
If you have an Ian or an Aftermath bingo card, here we go. It's so real.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's Star Wars, even though it's sci-fi, none of it makes sense. The fact that like Cassian now, like he is hitting this dude's hand, and he eventually drops the blaster. He grabs it and is holding him there, and he's like, "Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do." And he's like, I beg you to tell me what to do. Now that of course he has the guy Bozo number 1 at gunpoint, and he like shuffles over to his friend to like check his pulse. He died. So Cassian ended up headbutting him and like killing this man somehow. Crazy.
I want to say he got shot.
Or probably
the blaster went off.
Probably.
Yeah.
Again, in the commotion, Bozo 2's now dead, and then this is where like I was interested, because Bozo number 1 is like, holy shit, and he's like,
immediately starts making up a cover story.
Yes, he's like, we could both go in.
Had a misunderstanding.
Yes.
My buddy fell. Hit his head in just the right place.
Yeah, we were a little bit too rough on you guys. There was a rough on you, and then things got out of hand, and he fell, and you could tell like he is shaken.
Oh yeah,
he has his hands up, and all of a sudden he went from being big man on campus to like, hey man,
right,
hey man,
let's just calm down.
We can work this out, dude.
Right.
And dude, I kid you not, the first time I watched this, I paused.
Yeah.
After this, because I was like, oh, I'm in.
Damn.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Because, like, I forgot what he says, but the guy is just out of frame of screen right. And I think you see his hand or something kind of blurry in the corner. Yeah. And he's like, he says something about how, like, we can both turn ourselves in. It's like we can both whatever. And, he's like,
I'll corroborate.
Yeah, right.
Whatever you decide to go with.
Yep. And then without even hesitation, Cassian shoots the man.
Blam.
Blasts him. And then, of course, like, you can see he's, like, visibly like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That just happened.
Yeah. I just killed 2 people.
Oh, God.
And so, again.
Fucking makes a break for it immediately.
Right. But that's what I'm talking about. Of, like, after that whole thing, and he's, like, running away back across the causeway that he came from. Again, juxtaposition, was walking there and is now booking it across. It's still raining. I paused in this moment and I was like, oh man,
this is that good shit.
I'm saying that because, like, it feels so much more grown up. It feels so much more like the kind of edgy stuff I was talking about, of how, like, now again in a world like Star Wars where, like, a lot of times the protagonists that we've seen are laser, or lightsaber wielding,
straight-laced heroes that can do no wrong,
sci-fi wizards. So it's like they can like chop dudes up, or like, wah, like, or they're killing robots, and things can, like, sometimes death can be like, because they're killing stormtroopers, masked figures,
bad guys,
quote unquote bad guys.
Yeah.
So it's like the weight of some of that, and a lot of times they're in war when that happens. So it's like, again, there's like, I'm not saying it justifies it, but there's this kind of this disconnect that happens where you're like, it all shakes out. There's a couple dead stormtroopers is what it is.
Right. They knew the risks.
Right. And I feel like we know the risk as the viewer.
Yeah.
But in this moment,
right, in the framework of that, there is currently no major conflict. You just killed 2 people.
You just killed 2 kind of police officers in a back alley, and it's like, ooh, and he is like, oh shit, what have I done?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, so this is what we're doing. That had him. You just made a decision and you just killed
throw
that.
some moral ambiguity in there.
And that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, ooh, now we're talking. This
Cooking
is what
with gas.
Yeah. And he ends up running back over to his hometown. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is where he talks to I don't think it's his brother. I think it's like his really close friend. But we get some beautiful like music, some beautiful sound design of the ships and all the different everything you would want in a Star Wars situation.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, dude.
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
As far as establishing episodes go.
As the episodes kind of go back and forth, we're seeing a lot of flashbacks to Cassian's childhood.
Right. His Lost Boys days back on this planet called Canary.
Yeah. It's a mid-rim planet that apparently had a bunch of Imperial mining stuff on it, and apparently it went wrong, and
it's been completely cordoned off.
yes, it says that everyone died on the planet.
At the end.
Right, and then there's a prohibition against it. So like you're not supposed to Imperial prohibition.
A forbidden planet.
Exactly.
A lot of the forbidden lands of Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah. But as we can see, there is a like a tribal kind of community of what feels like
children to teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, the planet has inhabitants of some kind.
Right. How they came to be there, we have no idea yet.
Right, exactly. And so we keep going like back and forth kind of between all of our different like characters that they're introducing, as well as like having these kind of flashbacks to how Cassian, I guess, kind of has become who he is right now, which I think is really interesting. I love all the different characters.
Yeah. Vetch.
Whoa. He just told me to stand here. Good seeing you, Vetch.
Right. My fucking favorite so far.
He's just a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the officer?
Man. Deep down, his heart is in the right place.
Yep.
But he's got some tendencies
Yeah.
to work through.
I think his name is Cyril.
Oh yeah.
I think he has like I think he's an officer of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
But we kind of get this there's this moment where there's like there's two guys in suits in security, like corpo security suits. And one of them like hands behind the back at attention, like ready,
right?
You know, and he's clean and like he's even like he fits his uniform really well. He's put together, hair combed back, perfect.
Right.
Grade A soldier or security guy. And then you got this like much more grizzled gentleman behind a desk, and his uniform looks dirty. He looks
with a mustache. Yeah. Clearly been breaking in that chair for God knows how long.
Yep. He's been around the block for a minute. And so, and he's reading the report, and he's like, so when did this happen? And of course, the other guy's like, this happened last night or something.
Right.
2 officers are dead.
And
of course, they have this banter back and forth between this whole altercation and stuff like that.
Right. Big man in the chair wants to whip up a cover story, brush it under the rug because they've got a crime rate review coming up. And that shit got to be spotless.
And not only that, he's like, if there's one thing, if you ever have the pleasure of trying to bring this review to the Empire, most important thing, it's brevity.
Right. You better believe it.
Okay.
Yeah. But our officer is, of course, shocked and just aghast at this, even the suggestion of sweeping these 2 dudes under the rug, scumbags or otherwise.
I think it's Karn. I think it's like Officer Karn or something.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what his name is. I was going by his first name. But yes, Karn is obviously a little bit shaken up, where he's like, I guess.
Yeah, no,
and he's like,
with respect, sir, I can't.
Yeah. He's basically saying, like, you know, all I'm saying is that there was a little taste of misadventure. It sounds like these 2 guys were high on their authority,
right?
Mess with the wrong human, and the rest is history.
Yep.
He's like, come up with some sort of story that feels, honoring but not too heroic. We don't need a parade or nothing, but you know, died in the line of service.
Just the most like dissociated,
point
of view as to the lives of his coworkers.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so
you can tell that even though like the Empire is not in its full force yet,
it's
like,
definitely not still not popular.
Right. Well,
by any means.
What I'm saying is like even though like the Empire isn't at its full weight, where like currently they are hiring out like a security corporation to watch after. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if they've always did this or not. This is just like this kind of show thing or something. But regardless, they're hiring out this kind of like security company to watch after, like to delegate.
Just to be at the forefront.
Right. And you can tell that even in that aspect, these guys are, if the higher-ups are the Empire and it's all trickling down, you can still see that the work life is all the way through, all the way to the bottom. It's trickling down.
Like Jesus.
Yeah. So
they definitely nailed the corporate aspect of it.
Yeah.
A lot of just decisions made from the top of the ladder that don't even take into account
the human lives,
things that are actually happening either. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying this part of the story.
Yeah. He ends up leaving, and I love he's like, don't put your feet on my desk.
Right.
And don't get too comfortable.
Everything's still in one piece when I get back.
Yeah. Exactly. And so the very next thing
from that point on, he's on a fucking warpath trying to find out where this guy is.
Yeah.
And anytime he's dealing with any of the other like officers and employees,
yes,
it is night and day.
Yeah.
This is like a career soldier talking to a civilian, like a clerk.
Correct.
And everybody else feels like, oh, they're just working
another day
their
of the
9
job.
to 5. Yeah.
Yep.
Treating it like no big deal. And then as soon as he he calls in, what's the guy's name? The
yeah, I know you're talking about. He calls in Linus Mosk, so Sergeant Mosk.
Yeah.
Dude.
This guy
yeah.
is the most gung-ho, like professional ass kisser, premium glazer extraordinaire.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. He comes in and he's like, I love their little banter back and forth, and he finally is like, exactly. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Everyone else definitely feels like they're doing their job, but he's coming in, and Karn's coming in and being like, hey guys, like, I need you guys to do this. And they're like, but that's asking a lot. And he's like, well, somebody else will want your chair. And you're like, oh, so you're like the hard ass supervisor.
Yeah, the fucking manager that nobody likes.
100%. The manager's out and the supervisor's in here, working us extra hard.
His weight around.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
But anyways, he finally gets this Sergeant Mosk in here to kind of.
As soon as he gets one like-minded individual, it pushes to the forefront all of that, like the ruthlessness that he's wanting to like exercise.
Oh yeah,
because of everything that's happened.
I love how he even says like, "Are you gonna, Sergeant Mosk as like a very put together individual is like, are you gonna join us? Are you gonna suit up with us?" Yeah. And of course, the guy, you can tell Karn's like a little out of his element when he's been asked that. He's like, "Oh well."
I feel I should, don't you?
Yeah. And he's like, wow, boost morale. It'd be great to see an officer on the line. And he's like, maybe it would be, you know?
Right.
So you can see this power play happening.
Oh, yeah.
Or like you said,
the beginnings of a stir.
Yeah. Even if Mosk isn't actually like an ass kisser, and he really does believe it, I don't think he's understanding like the kind of the bigger picture of it all.
Yeah.
So even though I think he probably is trying to, he's hyping up Karn, but I think he's still, anyways. It's working regardless. It's like even if it's subconsciously, it's still working. So, but yeah, that's after they kind of as the episodes are kind of panning out, we're getting these like back and forth tidbits of like Cassian. We kind of learn that he has a very specific
this Imperial contraband.
Yes,
that is very valuable.
It is. I think it's a warp drive, and not only is it a warp drive that has like. If I'm not mistaken, like unrestricted access to hyperspace lanes that only the Empire could use, but like it's still like it's in pristine condition and still has like the Imperial seal on it, which apparently is like a big deal. So it's like this is new.
Only adds to the value.
Yes, this shit's new and it's not been tampered with. Like it's still got factory seals on it. So it's like you can imagine.
Got yourself a golden egg.
100%. This is the cash out of the century. He has this girl that he's like talking with, and I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's just a friend of his, Bix.
Right. As far as I know.
And
Like in the second episode, I want to say they hint at a possible previous relationship.
yes.
But
Oh
that's
yeah,
all
I
we've
see right
got
here.
so far.
Cassian asks his friend Bix to connect with the black market buyer. So, anyways, Bix and this other guy, which I think is actually her boyfriend now,
Right.
which we kind of learn about, are running like this kind of like scrap shop type thing where she's, you know, she's out in the yard either fixing up speeders and
Taking shit apart.
Yeah, selling bits and pieces or little, you know, propulsion engines or whatever.
Mhm.
And he walks in there, and of course, like, you can. And I just love the fact that, like, I feel like we've all, maybe not we've all, but I've met somebody like Cassian.
Yeah.
Where like he's always got like a scheme. He's always got a thing.
Yeah.
He's coming up here and he's like, "All right, hear me out." I'm like, "Oh, buddy, okay, Cassian, what you got now, man?" And he's like, "Okay, hear me out. I got this plan. I got this scheme.
I have a box.
Yeah. I found this thing on Craigslist." And you're like, "Oh my god, dude, please."
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. So I traded my motorcycle for. I'm like, "Oh, please." So it's like you can tell that like people around Cassian's circle are like, "We love you, man, but what have you gotten yourself into now?" And you could tell that he's kind of seems like one of those guys that's getting himself into some shady situation, which doesn't mean that everyone else around him isn't also like goody two shoes individuals.
Everybody's got their own dirty laundry.
Exactly. So again,
His just happens to be stained with blood right now.
Right now, yeah. He's like, I gotta run.
Yeah.
But he ends up he's talking with Bix, and you could tell they're kind of talking like in like a little bit of code where he's like, "Hey, so like when can your guy be here?"
Right.
And she's like, "End of the month, why?" And he's like, No, like I mean like
The special guy.
yeah, like when can he like be here?
Right.
And she's like, "Well, I mean, there's like a ship coming in probably in a few weeks, and he could probably I don't just he's not gonna come here just for one item. I gotta like batch things with him."
Right.
And he's like, "No, it's like
Even if it's this
so like
item.
so like you see like I got this shit. I got this thing." And of course he's like, "Well, what is it?" And of course
It's special shit.
it's like and this
Special shit.
and so the thing is that like he ends up saying what it is to her, and she knows it. I mean, you could tell the like exclamation point goes off, and she's like, "How you've been holding out on me?
Right. What the fuck are you thinking?
How long you been hiding that for? Because you didn't just get that."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, you know, I'm just." She's like, "Oh, so you're waiting on like a big payout?" Oh, okay,
Right.
so like I see it. So she gets kind of pissed off, and he's like, "Anyways, there's a whole like a back and forth, whatever." She tries to get him to buy it off of him.
Right.
Like, I'll buy it off of you, and then I'll sell it. And he's like, "No, I need the most amount of money I can get right now." So you can tell he's already kind of frantic about like getting in trouble with the law.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I love the kind of I love each of these characters and the kind of the play that's involved, because you can tell that I can't remember what the other guy's name was, and I feel bad.
The Space Irishman.
Yes. Bix's like actual boyfriend.
Right.
You can tell that I'm not sure if he's like. There's probably a hint of jealousy. Like you can tell his character is a bit like.
If not just general suspicion.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think it's like a mixture of kind of both, but more so than anything else, you can tell whenever Cassian comes in, he's as cordial as he can be.
Right.
But he's also like, "What do you want, buddy?" So I think he already sees through his bullshit.
Been coming around here a lot lately.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, there's a bit like a both and kind of situation, which I think is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn good so far.
You can tell that Bix is hiding some things, or he can tell that Bix is hiding things from her.
Yeah.
So he kind of is getting suspicious and kind of like not, I wouldn't really say stalking her or like following her around, but like it is in a way like kind of trying to piece some things together as to like she's acting kind of suspicious and like what's happening. We also get like a conversation with Cassian and Bix where like he's like, does he know what we do? Like, does he know what we're doing? And she's like, he'll do anything for me. And he's like, that's not the question I asked.
It's a hell of an assumption to make, lady.
That's not the question I
Jesus
asked.
Christ.
And she's like, no, he doesn't know anything about what we're doing. So it's like, okay, so there's like a bit of a he's in the dark scenario.
Right. Recipe for disaster.
Oh man, it's messy. And this is what I'm talking about by like human beings, real human beings.
Yeah.
Where it's like, even though we're in space, even though we're doing all kinds of stuff, you got a criminal who's on the run, who's trying to sell things to like a black market individual.
Same old shit.
Yeah. Different space.
Right.
You got a guy who's kind of jealous, but also suspicious of this character that keeps coming around and being sus with your girlfriend. It's like, I would be kind of a bit like.
Same star, different wars.
Yes. yo, champ, what you doing around here?
Yeah.
And then, of course, out of nowhere, like I said before, Karn meets Mosk and kind of has like the task force ready to go like capture him. There's like he puts out a message and he's like, yo, I'm looking for someone from Kanar. He has what information he does have. He's like, I'm looking for a dark-haired human being from Kanari.
Need him for questioning.
ASAP. So anyway, obviously, a lot of people are like, hey, yo. Anyone who's in the know knows that Cassian is from Kanari.
Right, damn near the only individual that matches that description.
Right.
So
now, like again, there's like I love the messiness of Bix's boyfriend. Sorry, again, I forgot it. I don't know his name. Is now like kind of understanding that like he's putting the pieces together himself. That Cassian maybe not be the most reputable individual. Correct. And it's now put in a tip. And that's where Karn is going to bring his squad to come get him. And then there's this whole like moment when after Bix, this is where it gets messy. Bix goes to see Cassian and this whole little like moment where they have a little powwow.
Meet up at the bar.
Yeah.
Have a little talking to just to deliberate the details of this upcoming deal that Cassian's hopefully going to be able to pull off. Of course, he's only like getting more and more like freaked out.
Right.
Now that there's actually
notice he's actually on the run.
Right. So he's like, I changed my mind. You can go ahead and buy this off me. It's like, I already called the fucking seller, dude. He's on his way now.
And he wants to see you. That was the whole thing. So like she's already promised that like Cassian's going to be there with the stuff. So there's no backing out now.
Yeah. You're locked in.
And the whole time, Bix's boyfriend is kind of at the other, hiding away at the other end of this bar, kind of seeing what's happening. He's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I see what's happening.
Doesn't look too good.
And then again, like any emotional man, I think, or any emotional person.
Too much to drink.
Yep.
We see him stumbling around.
Yeah. And he finds the payphone situation. And he's like,
I can make a quick call.
I'll call in a tip.
Right.
I know exactly who you're talking about. His name's Cassian Andor, and he's around here.
Yeah.
And then this is the part where it gets really interesting, I think, and really messy and emotional and very real and human like. Is that obviously he goes home and he's still kind of drinking to himself, kind of I think a little bit. I think bummed out.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't. And also the kind of emotional weight of like, even if he may not be best friends with Cassian, he at least knows him in some way.
Right.
And you literally just called the police on him. So it's like I think he's not only in like an emotional situation with like his girlfriend, kind of being a little sus, but at the same time also calling in her friend / your friend acquaintance to the police. And you're just sitting there like, well, let's have some whiskey and call it a night.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm sure this is only because the story needs to progress in some way, but he just doesn't say anything whatsoever. He doesn't ask her about anything. Like, what are these errands you've been running? Why have you been just leaving at intermittent points during the day?
I think he's trying to, at least from what I get from that, is I think that they're not married. So I think that it really is his girlfriend. I think he's trying not to, he already kind of has said that, or it's already understood that she's strong enough to handle herself. And so I think that it is it is assumed that she's pretty independent. And I don't think he is one to be too overbearing, I guess.
Yeah.
Even probably to a fault, like when this whole sus situation is going on. So she keeps going over errands and keeps seeing Cassian. I think that he's trying to be a little bit, like...
Without all the facts, he's only left with so much to go by.
Oh, right. And I don't think he wants to accuse her of anything. So I think he's just kind of being silent. But anyways, Bix ends up showing up to his house drunk. And he's like, well, hello.
Yeah.
And then, of course, she ends up staying the night with him.
Right. And
we're left to believe that they shacked up for the night and had a fun time. And she goes off and has another errand, and quote unquote. And he's like, "Where?" Because she asks it again upon leaving. She asks like, "Hey, could you open up the shop for me?" And he's like, "What's going on?" She's like, "I got another errand to run." Yeah. And he's like, "Okay,
sure,
all right,
yeah."
Just gonna leave it at that. see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and this is what I mean. It's interesting. It's emotional. It's human. It's messy, and it's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get this. Like I said, in the process of all this, we're getting these flashbacks to this. What we're assuming is Canary, because they're also speaking Canary language. All these like youngsters.
As the closed captions would have us believe.
Exactly. Alien man speaking alien language.
It's like, dude,
no
ain't
way.
no way.
I would have never guessed.
Really?
Holy shit.
What's he saying? I don't know. Alien language.
As we're witnessing the comings and goings of these Canary youngsters, where we see again like what we assume to be a young Cassian, because I think they're calling him Casa. Is that right?
His sister is.
Yeah. Or some I guess
sort of nickname.
His nickname, or a quote unquote
maybe his real name.
Right? Yeah.
Perhaps Cassian is the fake.
Maybe. Who is the real fake here? You're right. We see his sister. So again, obviously, we have like some confirmation.
I think I will call him Cassandra.
We have some confirmation that I guess he does actually have a sister in some capacity, whether or not
that shit wasn't just a front.
Exactly. As we're seeing their comings and goings, this ship falls out of the sky,
right,
on fire, whole 9 yards, and we're like, "Oh no, that's not going to be good."
Here we go.
Yep.
And of course, they start hooping and hollering, getting super excited because based on like some of their attire and how these little huts are constructed, we can assume that they are somehow organized enough to scavenge for anything they may need from wreckages or otherwise.
Right. So this ship falls out of the sky, and probably a handful of miles away, it crashes in the forest, explodes. We're like, okay, well, there we go. And so,
and from that point on, they start getting ready.
Oh yeah,
they get the face paint going.
Yep,
they get their fucking blowguns.
Yeah,
and they're about to go on the offensive.
It's time to go get some goodies. And as they're going, we see before we actually learn that Canary is like a mining planet, we actually get to see like a big chasm that is actually like mined out, like they would like in
strip mining,
right, in real life, where there's actually like this stair-stepped
ravines,
right, that goes all the way down to this massive area, and it looks abandoned. It looks desolate. So it's like, later on we find out that it's been abandoned. At least we see some things that kind of correlate that in some way. The ship, though, I don't remember if we learn what the ship is or where it comes from. I think we probably do at some point in the future. Yeah. But if I'm not mistaken, the logo on the shoulder pads,
it looked like the
Confederation.
Yeah,
the Confederacy of Independent Systems.
The CIS.
Yes, exactly. So again, hold your britches while I go on a tirade. If we're to assume that like Cassian is probably in his 30s, 40s, or whatever, and we're 5 years away from Episode 4, A New Hope, so that means like could potentially be when he was a child. So this could be like 20 years ago.
Right.
So this could be like him being a child on Canary. Could be like the tail end of Revenge of the Sith time.
Yeah,
like the beginnings of the Empire potentially,
mopping up all the remnants.
Yeah. So again, this could be something like that, where it's like that CIS ship could have gotten shot down by like the new founded, or a quote unquote almost new founded empire. Because again, they have to have had a mining colony for long enough for it to actually be effective to some capacity, and then abandoned. So that, I don't know I don't know all the years of all that kind of stuff, but like. I guess what I'm saying is it checks out that like the CIS is still kind of a thing whenever he was a child, potentially, which I think is kind of cool and a fun little nod. Yeah. What I don't understand, though, is I think that like as we saw the ship, there was like some sort of smoke, like green smoke coming out of it.
Gas leak.
Gas leak. I don't
free gas.
There you go.
We see all of the corpses, quote unquote, surrounding the wreckage of the ship are wearing gas masks. So some sort of
right, outbreak,
inhospitable
contagion.
inhalant is
Yes.
just out and about inside.
right, contaminant.
Yeah, whether or not that's what's caused the wreck is
Yeah, we don't know.
yet to be known.
They look like they got jaundice. They are yellow.
Uh-huh.
They're yellow and they're spread across the ground. And we're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh no,
Jaundice gas.
jaundice gas. That's she be jaundice gas.
Oh, God.
So I think our kind of unspoken leader girl goes up there and is like poking the corpses, like making sure they're alive. You know,
Right. Seeing what's what.
right? And then
The first dude she poked starts getting back up.
yep.
Nobody does anything.
No. Everyone's like, oh
He
shit.
whips around, has a gun in his hand,
Yep.
and just fires immediately.
Yeah.
Kills her on the spot.
And in this moment, dude, I love the juxtaposition between like we're in a Star Wars scenario. Ship remains, guy in like a white uniform with an actual blaster.
Yeah.
And you got a bunch of normal people in the trees in mostly normal Star Wars attire, but with blow darts, like blow darting this dude to death. And he's like, and like, I just love the like, the interesting juxtaposition of like, he's like panicking, like, bow, bow, blow. Like he's like actual like late, like he's like, it's a real Star Wars blaster and it sounds like loud and powerful. And it's like burning holes in trees. And you're like, we're in freaking Star Wars. And I forgot like how, in that moment,
Certified Ewok moment.
yeah, dude. I think it's because, like, again, it hasn't been weapons of this variety haven't been used very much in the show so far. Maybe at the very beginning, you get one laser blast and that's it.
But they don't break them out often.
Right. And now we're in this moment where, like, I think I have fully, like, how do you say this? Put myself in the perspective of the children with the blow darts and we're like scavenging and doing our thing. Right. So like, I think it's like I have kind of my awareness has like molded to what they are seeing. I guess I'm trying to say is like whenever he started lighting dudes up and was like flash around, I was like, holy shit,
what the fuck is this magic?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, he's got a laser gun. I was like, this is I mean, obviously I said it, IRL, me, I'm like, I know we're watching Star Wars, I'm not surprised. Right. But when I separate myself from that and I put myself in the aspect of these like young teens, these wild boys in the woods, I'm like, oh my God, he's got a magic wand.
Somebody just shot Peter Pan.
He shot my friend. Yeah, it's crazy. And I was like, because again, like I said, the sound design makes it feel loud and big and echoey in this forest. So it's like, you know, some of the kids were like, oh my God. Yeah. You know, it's crazy. I think most of them survive. I don't think any extra ones die. I think most of them survived. But they all run down to their friend, forgetting everyone else. Because I mean, they loaded that bitch up with darts. He was like, at a certain point,
he's fucking dead.
At a certain point, he rips around and goes,
just collapses
and falls down. It's like, yeah, you're out, dude.
Now you are become pincushion.
Yes, exactly. They all run over to their friend justifiably. And this one girl says something in a foreign Canary language, and it,
speaks foreign language,
right? But says it with that emotional response of like you can almost get what is it? 0% language, 100% understand. Yeah, the old comments on the internet.
The language barrier has dissolved.
I know nothing of what she said, but I can almost guarantee. I can almost translate it for you. She's like, "She's dead,"
right?
And it's like, oh yeah, and everyone's like, ah. Right. They're dragging her away. Out. Yeah, I was like, again, justifiable.
Get the fuck out of there.
She may be one of the oldest ones there, and I don't think she's older than probably 16 maybe. Right. It's like, so who knows? Yeah. Your leader just got shot by a blaster for like a magic cannon.
A fucking space wizard.
Right. I would be freaking out too. Yeah. So yeah, anyways. So like I love these kind of the back and forth kind of that plays out.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see your thoughts and emotions for Karn.
Dude, so far it's shaping up to be less of a Star War and more of a Star Powder Keg, because that's I can't wait to see where it goes as far as like build up from here.
Because eventually, at some point, like I'm trying to I don't actually remember like the beat for beat what happens next, but I'm trying to also kind of speculate too.
Mm-hmm.
Is like I think like obviously he brought the task force. He's going to try and we can assume that he's going to try and get Cassian at some point,
Or at least try to.
Yeah. Whoever the actual officer guy is at some point, I would imagine he has to come back from his meeting.
Yeah.
So I wonder what his
He's gonna be
thoughts and
back
feelings.
and be like, "What the fuck did
What
I
are
tell you?"
What are you doing?
Right.
But yeah, I if I'm not mistaken, I think the guy Skarsgård, the actor, I don't actually know what his character name is.
Bill Skarsgård.
I believe so.
Is that the same guy?
Stellan Skarsgård.
Oh, okay.
He plays Luthen Rail. I think if I'm not mistaken, he was in Rogue One. I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
That'd be pretty cool.
I don't know. But anyways, what I'm saying is that there's going to have to be at some point he's the guy, he's the contact that's been contacted. So I guess they got to connect at some point, hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Right. I think this is going to be some fun stuff.
Yeah. Liking it so far.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel about Karn's speech?
Oh,
man.
It inspired something.
Yep.
Confidence?
No.
Yeah, I don't. I just love how fucking Mosk is behind him, and he just like hesitantly like starts the applause.
Yeah. Everyone's like, yeah.
Like,
hell yeah.
Great
job,
you tried.
officer. Yep. Great job, sir. I know he taps on the shoulder and goes, inspiring.
Yeah. Way to go.
Way to go. Yeah. Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it pans out from here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited, dude.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get through these episodes. I'm excited to see where this, like I said, I've seen only half of it. And there's one scene in particular that I watched like a full breakdown for as far as like the sound design and how it was made. And I can't wait to get there.
It's cool.
It's so brief, but like you can tell there's so much love and so much work that was put into it. And it really shows. Every aspect of this is so, I think, well shot. The colors, the weather, all the stuff is just so, I don't know, it's so cool. And I love it. Nice. How do you feel about B?
He's pretty good.
He's
as far as companion droids go, I like him.
Yeah.
Which is more than I can say for almost any other.
Yeah.
Except for the one from fucking
Rogue One.
Yes.
Dude, yes.
Fucking love that one.
Yeah, the freaking destroyer, like the Imperial droid turned into like a domesticated droid or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Wasn't it K2SO?
I think so.
Yeah. This one was named B3MO.
B2EMO.
Or B, yeah, B2EMO.
Yeah.
Anyways, just call him B. And I love like he looks rough around the edges.
Yeah.
He looks a bit dinged up, and I don't think he has a very strong power supply.
Yeah, he needs constant charging for menial tasks.
How real, dude! Yeah. And I love how even
he's
when,
like an iPhone whose battery is fucking shot.
You could exactly. He's the old model,
right?
I just love that. Even I can't remember her name, her character's name. Cassian's mom. Or mother figure. She's like walking around and she's like, B, I swear, if you ran out of power down here, I'm gonna be pissed off at you. And I was like, what a fun vibe.
Yeah.
What a fun, different.
The equivalent of like stubbing your toe on a Roomba.
Exactly. Having a robotic dog companion that runs off and hides in a corner and
dies.
He dies. They're like, I gotta drag you out and charge you back up. You bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
I love the fact, like you said, he has like it takes a lot of processing to do like menial tasks.
Right.
I love how he's like, "Could you do a lie for me?" And he's like, yes, if I have enough processing power to do it." He's like, "Forget where I was. Don't think I was here." When he's like, "That's 2 lies."
Right. I only have enough for one.
It's so good. Mm-hmm. And then even like,
can you do a lie for me?
Can you do a lie for me? I can try. Yeah. What a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you hoping to see Is there anything like any predictions you have or anything you
Oh
want?
man.
We already know that, like I said, Bix's boyfriend is potentially ratting him out. So who
Right.
knows how that all pans out?
I'm expecting a death or several
Okay.
in the next episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. A death or several. That's good. That's
Mhm.
good to hear. I'm curious now.
We'll see.
Because to be honest, like I said, it's been over a year. So like I think I know certain big story beats, but I don't know all the nuanced stuff.
Yeah. I feel like this is going to stay mostly grounded as far as like scale goes, but I'd like to see a walker at some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. A big scary moment. Yeah. A holy shit Empire moment is really good.
And just any kind of like big machine,
Okay.
I think I'd be pretty enthused by,
Yeah.
if you can believe it.
You, Big Machine? Nah.
Couldn't be.
Yeah. Again, as we've said before, like I think all of the actors did such a great job.
Oh, yeah.
It's the costume design, the acting, everything feels so. It is not hard for me to suspend my disbelief
Oh, yeah.
in this Star Wars,
Mm-hmm. Everything's clean.
because there are some that do not get that treatment
Yeah.
for me, where it's like I've watched it and been like, this is a bit. It's a bit too fantastical,
The
or a
budget is definitely selective, it feels like.
bit, yeah. This had a pretty sizable budget.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
For sure.
which I mean, like I said, it shows.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
compared to some of the other
Mm.
shows, it feels like they really
Yeah,
fucking focused into
Yeah.
this one,
and like I said, I
for
think
which I'm very thankful.
same. The props, dude, the
Oh, yeah.
costumes, all the little
Mhm.
stuff. Like
The
I said, everything.
practical effects,
Hell yeah.
absolutely fantastic.
Like I said at the beginning of this episode, I really feel like this show was able to throw everything into all these different facets we're talking about because kind of Mandalorian kind of got that first taste.
Oh yeah,
I forgot what it's called. It's that big screen room that they have that they used for a lot of Mandalorian shots at
Yeah.
Industrial Light and Magic, I think, or whatever it is.
can't remember the name of it. I didn't even know it had like a name.
There's like a term for it.
Yeah.
It's like the weird, like the crazy like screen space or whatever it is.
The green room.
Right. It's just a bunch of TVs literally in a sphere that the camera it does things in tandem with. If I'm not mistaken, I think they used some of that for this show as well.
Nice.
Like big shots of like landscapes and things like that to make it all look real
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff, which I think is
Did
so
the trick,
cool.
that's for sure.
Yeah. Hold on one second while I
The big TV screen room.
yeah. TV screen room.
Just see what pops
Oh,
up.
TV set. Okay.
What's that name?
What is the name? Mandalorian was a pretty good show. Blah 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 blah. Industrial Light and Magic.
Yada yada yada.
Formerly called Stagecraft. It's a 20. It's a 20.
It's fucking Magecraft.
Yeah. Formerly
God.
called Stagecraft. It's 20 feet tall, 270 degrees around, and 75 feet across. It's the largest, most sophisticated virtual. You son of a bitch! I don't want to sign up for your shit.
Fucking newsletter.
Yeah, most sophisticated virtual filmmaking environment yet made.
Wow.
Industrial Light and Magic just today publicly released behind the scenes. Oh yeah, this is an old article. System. Yeah, so basically it said it's almost a 20 feet tall, 270 degrees. So it's almost
Jeez.
it's like a big, like a bunch of screens, like a big weird maybe not screens, projection
Yeah.
on like I don't know how it's done. That's above my pay grade.
Fucking
like
magic.
But like the camera somehow ties up in tandem with it. So like the parallaxing of how things move into space feels like it's a real thing.
Damn.
And they're able to put rocks and make a whole atmosphere look like a real thing, and it's lit in such a way where it looks like it's outside, but it's all. So instead of being on a green screen, you actually have like a real projection of like a high def space or whatever. So like
That's cool.
You can walk out on a ridge and like you're in this space, you're just on a big rock, but like you have this like
staring at a wall.
Yeah, well, you're staring at like an actual projection of
vista.
like exactly, and it's like so. I don't know. I think they used some of that for this show as well. So like there's all these like different shots that are so well crafted. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Quality.
it. Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy.
Nice foray, man. We got to tackle that fucking 2003 Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars series.
Oh man,
fucking love that shit.
Yeah, what a throwback.
Mm-hmm.
We also got to do some more of those. Oh, is it Visions? Star Wars Visions.
Oh,
yeah, where like all the different artists do like a little
compendium.
I haven't watched all those.
Me neither.
We got to watch some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
that'd be pretty.
We got to be careful. We got to be careful.
Right.
We got to be careful because if we start falling
down the rabbit hole,
before you know it, we're going to watch the full uncut director's edition of all three Lord of the Rings films, and then we're going to be here for 6 weeks,
right,
talking about Middle Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And I know for a fact someone's listening to this.
You
yes,
say that
please.
Like it's a bad thing. Yeah,
it's not. It's not. I'm just not ready for that.
Right.
I have to like take off time of work.
Mm-hmm.
I have to,
That is an event.
Yeah. One of our local theaters was having a whole day marathon of all the directors' cuts of Lord of the Rings, and it literally you could buy a ticket and you could be there for 13 hours. It started at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. And it ended. The last film would finish up at around midnight.
Wow!
So you'd be getting out at or I forgot however it panned out.
That would have been cool.
It would have been, but also I was kind of like, man, that's a.
I don't know if I could do that.
Whenever I learned about it, I think it was happening on a Saturday, and I learned about it like the week it was happening, and I was like, well, I'm not prepared for that.
It's a bit too short notice.
Yeah, I was like, maybe if I had a little more time.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you for letting me start this with you.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like this has been one of those that we both have been like,
right.
Yeah. That'd be cool. More so, in fact, like I've been contemplating for a little while if we wanted to do this for the show.
Right.
I know I wanted to watch it with you.
Right. We had talked about it before.
Yeah.
And I'm all for just watching it in general.
Correct.
But I didn't even consider it like for the show.
I've been going back and forth because of this very same reason I brought up at the beginning of the episode where I'm like, I want to talk about it, but it's Star Wars.
Right.
So I get nervous that I'm going to yap too much.
Right.
So I'm like, but I want to watch it with Dylan. But then I'm at the same time like, but I also like, from what I've seen, I love the production side of it.
Oh, yeah.
I love all the things besides it being Star Wars. I love all the other aspects of like the costume design, the setting, the like everything else that makes this show, the sound design that makes this so beautiful, like cinema that I'm like, this is what we talk about on the show.
It's all the condiments on the burger.
Exactly. And I'm like, well, can I have it both ways? So anyways, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for letting me ramble on about something I love and I'm passionate about.
It has begun.
It has begun. And now we will watch everything Star Wars. I'm kidding. If you want to get involved and you want to let us know what you think about Andor, or if you're excited about the coming episodes, please no spoilers.
Right.
Please don't do that to us. We've
been out for a while.
It has been, and we're getting on it now.
Slack.
I think the first episodes of Andor released in 22. So yes, but I think we're still in a window now that we're starting on it. So please, anyways, let us know what you think. Let us know how you feel about the first 2 episodes of Andor season 1
and the 3-year grace period.
The 3-year grace period. We have comment sections on Spotify. We have comment sections on YouTube. You can type in @Hindsight Studios on YouTube and find our YouTube channel there. You can see Ethan's podcast on there. You can see all the episodes here for this show. Comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what you think.
The whole 9 yards.
If you believe in your heart of hearts deep down and you're in tune with the Force, the podcast will come to you through the galaxy. Hold a kyber crystal in your hand and manifest all your hatred and rage into that crystal.
It will come light and burn your hand off.
Correct. But it will also
transmit the podcast directly into your brain.
100%. could have said it. I mean, it's
Costs a hand.
yeah.
That's the admission fee.
It burns all the fingerprints off your hand, but
They will not find me.
they will not find me. Anyways, until next week, thank you so much for listening.
See you.
Bye-bye.